I had a big awakening earlier this year after I got COVID. I mean, I already have checked out, but I think, I don't know, I'd love to get your opinion. It comes in layers for me almost.
Me too.
Does
Big time, man.
You know,
big.
so it's like you think you're good, and then all of a sudden, boom, another shock to the system.
But to that point, because like I got it.
When did you get it?
Early November.
Okay, so toward the end of last year. So mine was March, early 2021. So how bad was it for you?
It wasn't very bad.
Yeah, mine was horrible.
But it was very psychedelic.
Was it?
Mine was.
In what sense?
I hadn't had a fever in, I don't know, maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know what that was like.
Yeah.
So to have that, like, it was very interesting. Because I was able to just lay in my bed and meditate and let it. I would see how far I could go down the fever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like knowing, like I'm not going to die.
So you didn't try to dampen the fever.
No, not at all.
See, and that's the mistake I made.
I did. I took ibuprofen.
Yeah, but not excessively. Probably you were letting it run its course till it could probably.
Yeah, yep. I just laid in bed, drank a ton of water.
Yeah.
And I just went in. I leaned into it.
Did you take any medicine?
Just ibuprofen.
Just ibuprofen.
When the fever would get super high, I would just go take some ibuprofen and go lay down again.
Yeah.
To me, the body aches were almost worse than the fever.
Oh, really? See, and everyone's had a different experience. Some people, it's a range. It's so bizarre. Like, I think it's the experience they need. I don't know.
I think that is what it really is. Because what I've been asking people, and I asked you, is when you went through it, like, did things come up? Things that you kind of put in the closet, I'm going to deal with that later. Grief, resentments, shame, any of those things, did those come up? I've asked a lot of people.
Well, I'll tell you, for me, and I don't share this with a lot of people unless they ask me. For me, not so much that. I didn't necessarily have self-realizations. I was in so much pain. I mean, I don't know if I've told you my specific experience. I didn't sleep for like 9 days.
At all?
At all. Not even one wink. My headache and my head was so in pain. It was almost like I felt like I had a secondary infection in my respiratory was fine. My oxygen levels went down to like 85, 86. They were down to what was concerning to doctors, but my headache hurt so bad. I had such an infection up there, and I was using a neti pot and trying to clean it out.
Was it right here?
It was right,
like
kind of where the third
eye.
Yeah. It was extremely painful. Like I said, I couldn't sleep 1 week. I would just lay in bed at night in excruciating pain, waiting for the morning, it was literally for 9 days. I had no sleep. 9 days. And so, but what happened afterwards, and this is the part that I don't tell a lot of people unless they kind of dig a little bit, I didn't have any like personal realizations that I recall. But what happened was toward the end, and as I was coming out of it, I had, this is going to sound weird, not to you, but maybe to people listening, I had like premonitions or visions of horrible shit that human beings have done, are doing, will do to other human beings. It was so weird. I've never been like that before, like almost like hallucinations. I was afraid to go to sleep at night.
But it was in your mind.
It was in my mind.
You were seeing vision, like clear. How clear?
Very well. Like I was experiencing that. It was, it's like if I wasn't obviously experiencing it firsthand, but I was experiencing it in a way. The consciousness of it.
Like
pain and suffering and torture.
What?
I'm not joking. It was weird. And I never get that way. Like I never have nightmares. I never have trouble sleeping. But something about that experience, that illness, triggered all these things. And for like 2 or 3 weeks after, I was physically fearful. Like we know human beings have tortured and killed and maimed all the people. A lot of people in the world. Some human beings do bad things. And it was like that the illness kind of caused me to think of those things. And I don't think of those things all the time. That's why when I came out of it, I was like, there is definitely something weird about this illness. Do you think it was a different type of illness than you've ever experienced from like a experiential level, or was it just fever and...
Oh no, it was...
Did you sense something different about it?
Yeah, I think it's the game is evolving. the game itself, like the infrastructure of our game, like you think
of the human experience game,
right?
Yeah,
like you think you were having a headache, but what it was is like at a non-physical level, you were upgrading.
Yeah,
and I don't walk in your shoes, but you'd have to think like if you looked at your karma, like. Would you, I don't know how to put this.
Yeah.
Do you think you have much to clean up?
I think I definitely have. I have stuff to clean up. Yes, for sure. That carry in from other past lives or from things for sure. I in some, let's put it this way. Some areas are great. Some areas I do have work to do, like, and I think that's kind of everyone. I look at life as like a wheel, right? Yeah. You've got these areas of life, and some of them are going great, and then some of them are a little more challenging. So in those areas, definitely. But I don't know if I've ever had a realization that I actually feel really blessed, to be honest.
Okay, that's what I mean. You don't have a lot of trauma to deal with.
I don't feel that I do.
Right.
I mean, I feel I have good health. I have
a lot of love in your life.
Great family and friends. Yes, I feel very
Is it easy almost for you to get to gratitude, appreciation.
Yes,
okay,
very easy.
Okay, so
now
that's
in some areas. Don't get me wrong. I struggle in some areas, but I'm now in those sense, and I feel very blessed overall in life.
Yeah. And I would agree.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Conversely, I don't think a lot of people are at that level.
Really? Yeah.
I think a lot of people deal with a lot of challenges.
I would agree with that.
And so I think that the virus is meant to bring up all that shit. So there's no more distraction for a period of time. 9 days without sleep. Mm-hmm. Like, can you imagine if you had a lot of trauma or a lot of stuff? But conversely, what your story told me was you're so open that you could actually heal the collective karma.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that's what we're all doing now. And that's my new realization, and why I'm so focused on, being myself. I think what heals the world is when we come alive and shine.
Yes, thank you.
And it's scary sometimes,
yes,
because you'll be judged or criticized.
Right.
And not that I focus on those things. It's just that's how human beings are. But that's what within the last couple of months, I've been thinking a lot about that, Gary. Is like the only way around this is to shine bright and remove that darkness from the world.